Imagine you have a rotten apple. It's mushy. It smells like old socks. And frankly, it belongs in the trash. In the real world, this apple is worth $0. Now, imagine you paint that apple gold, put it in a fancy box, and tell a stranger that this isn't just an apple. It's a biotech nutritional device that will make them live forever. You sell it to them for the price of a Ferrari. This sounds illegal, right? Because it is. But in the 1990s, one man didn't just do this once. He did it millions of times. He built a factory that turned garbage into gold. You've probably seen the movie, the parties, the yachts, the absolute chaos. But the movie didn't explain the math. It didn't tell you how he actually stole $200 million without using a gun. Today, we are going to explain the Wolf of Wall Street scam like you are 5 years old. Meet Jordan. Before he was a wolf, he was just a kid from Queens who really loved money. He was a born salesman. He sold Italian ices on the beach. He sold meat door to door. But he realized a hard truth about capitalism. Selling real products is hard. The profit margins are thin. If you sell a steak for $10, you might only keep $2. Jordan didn't want $2. He wanted a helicopter. So he went to the one place where you can sell nothing for something. He went to Wall Street, and on his very first day as a licensed stockbroker, the market crashed. Black Monday, 1987. The firm closed. Jordan was unemployed, desperate for a job. He found a tiny brokerage in a strip mall in Long Island. This wasn't Wall Street. This was the bargain bin of finance. They sold something called penny stocks. In the stock market, there are blue chips companies like IBM. They are safe. And then there are pink sheets companies that might just be two guys in a garage inventing a new type of toaster. They trade for pennies. Jordan asked his boss what the commission was. On Wall Street, if you sell $10,000 of IBM, you make $100. But on penny stocks, the commission was 50%. If Jordan sold $10,000 of this garbage, he kept $5,000 instantly. It was the cheat code. Jordan realized he just needed to find people who were greedy enough to believe him. He didn't need to be a financial genius. He just needed to be a master storyteller. He recruited his friends. They weren't brokers. They were pot dealers and weightlifters. Jordan started his own firm, Stratton Oakmont. The name was designed to sound British, prestigious, and safe. It sounded like a place where old men smoked cigars and discussed dividends. In reality, it was a frat house filled with criminals. He invented the Kodak pitch. First, sell them Kodak. Sell them Disney. Make them a little bit of money. Gain their trust. Once they trust you, that is when you sell them the opportunity of a lifetime. He created a script called Line Persuasion. It was psychological warfare. Every time a customer said, "I need to ask my wife," or "I need to think about it," the script had a specific rebuttal to crush that objection. He turned uneducated kids into lethal sales machines. Now, let's look at the mechanics of the crime. The pump and dump. Step 1. The pump. Jordan would buy millions of shares. Then his army of brokers would scream, "Buy now!" This artificial demand forced the price up. Step 2. The dump. Once the price hit the peak, Jordan sold all of his personal shares. When the biggest owner sells, the market panics. The price crashes to zero. Jordan walks away with millions. The dentist in Ohio who listened to the pitch loses his retirement. But the masterpiece was the Steve Madden IPO. An IPO is when a company sells stock to the public for the first time. Jordan wanted to own the stock, but it was illegal for his firm to own too much of it. So he used Ratholes. A rat hole is a nominee, a puppet. Jordan gave money to his friends and said, "Buy this stock for me. It's in your name, but it's my money." On paper, the stock was owned by 50 different people. In reality, Jordan owned it all. He controlled the supply. And when you control the supply, you control the price. Jordan was making $22 million in 3 hours. He was earning so much money, the copier machines couldn't keep up. But here is the thing about crime. It's exhausting. To keep the energy up, Jordan turned to drugs, quaaludes, cocaine. He became sloppy. And when you get sloppy, you leave footprints. Enter the FBI agent Coleman. He wasn't flashy. He was just good at math. He noticed that every time Stratton Oakmont touched a stock, it went up and then died. It was too obvious. He started tracking the money. Jordan had a problem. He had too much cash. He couldn't put it in American banks because the IRS would ask, "Where did you get this?" He needed a Swiss bank. But you can't wire transfer illegal money. So he literally taped millions of dollars to the bodies of his friends' family members and flew them to Switzerland. It worked for a while, until the Swiss banker got arrested for a completely unrelated crime. The Swiss banker wanted a deal. He gave the FBI everything, the names, the accounts, the rat holes. Jordan's fortress crumbled overnight. The FBI showed up at his door. They gave him a choice. Go to prison for 20 years and leave your kids, or wear a wire and betray your friends. The wolf didn't hesitate. He chose himself. He tried to be clever. He passed a note to his friend saying, "Don't talk, I'm wearing a wire." But the FBI isn't stupid. They found the note. Jordan was arrested, prosecuted, and the party was finally over. So, what was the punishment? 4 years. He served 22 months. He played tennis. He wrote a best-selling book. He became even more famous. Today, Jordan travels the world teaching people how to sell. He is a celebrity. But the victims, the plumbers, the teachers, the retirees who bought those penny stocks, they never got their money back. Why does this story matter? Because the scam hasn't vanished, it just changed costumes. In the 90s, it was penny stocks. In the 2000s, it was subprime mortgages. Today, it's rug pulls in crypto or influencer scams. The mechanics of the pump and dump are human nature. If someone promises you a guaranteed way to get rich quick, remember the rotten apple, remember the wolf, and keep your wallet closed. If you want to understand the money games the rich play, hit that subscribe button. We decode the scam so you don't have to. Thanks for watching.